about reading resources. Okay, where are you going to find those? And so here's your A partner. A resource for reading passages could be blank. Can you repeat the echo read, please? A resource
for reading passages could be.
Excellent. And then A, you will, you're looking at your partner, you're going to tell them an idea of where you could get your resource, and then you're going to say, what do you think? Please echo.
What do you think?
And then B partner, you're going to say, a thought I had was blank. Echo, please.
A thought I had was.
All right, so let's practice. Okay, A, B. So you'd have A's practice, just with you. See, some of you do. Okay, so you would have it clear. You guys are a little confused who's A, who's B. But you would already have that, and you'd have them practice before they even looked at each other. Okay? If you're using a frame that you're going to use a lot, eventually they get the language. You don't have to practice, but you're definitely going to have to practice if they're brand new. Okay? So that's what you would do. And then you would talk, and then you would share out. And you'd have a frame for that as well. A resource we thought of was blank, and so the whole process again. Okay? Let's go ahead and go to the next one. Okay, so you're going to have precise terms of discussion. So when you're putting these together, you want to be using high-level language. I use passage, resource, right? So you want to, and I have a little list here. Okay? So you might want to use contribute or respond. So I have an example. Josue, can you please respond to Emily's opinion about the Maidu Indian tribe? You don't want to say, can you tell me a little bit about it? Okay, so you want to be thinking about using some high-level vocabulary. Opinion, perspective. Emily, what is your perspective? Okay, instead of what do you think about what Josue just said? So you want to be using that academic language yourself. Evidence, data, facts. I feel that the migration of turtles is caused by the warmer oceans, for example. Prediction, my prediction of the passage is blank. I feel this way because, and so these are sentence frames you could actually put together, okay, in your lessons. Prediction, justification. I can justify my answer with evidence from the text, as stated on page 5. Okay, so, are we okay? All right, so what, especially 3rd grade and up, so 2nd grade, we need them starting to think about this. So if you have an opportunity, it could be a paragraph, it could be sentence, as stated in the sentence of the passage. So just getting that language, if you can, would be very helpful. That is all over the cast. They get points off if they do not state evidence and where they found their evidence in the passage. Yes.
Would you still use language like, I feel about the migration, or would you try
You could, but I'm just saying, just have that higher awareness now as a teacher. You want to try and get yourself away from all that. Now we talked as a group that kinder is going to definitely sound different. So you might be saying I feel over in kinder, but definitely when you start getting into like 3rd, 4th, please try to, and anytime you can, it's okay. A kindergartner could use the word respond. Right, they're getting the language on their tongue. So think about that. Okay, but definitely in the upper grades. And of course your solution process, so we'll go to the next one, because you'll have these. All right, reading. What does it look like in reading? So you want to read a range of complex literary and informational texts. Okay, so the idea is a range and complexity. Okay, it's not the simple stories anymore. They're fun, but okay. So you want to be thinking about that. Not that we want to get away from all of our fun reading, because we want that, but that may not be what you use for your teaching. That might be just a fun read, just to kind of let our brain relax for a moment, okay? Use high quality literary and informational text. Respond to text-dependent questions and tasks. So all those questions, when you're picking your reading materials, be thinking about how you might pick a standard, okay? Maybe it's a standard, one each week. Okay, for example, these are the 3 that we see that kids are low in. One is how to ask and answer questions. That's standard, that's low. That might be your first
Can I
week.
ask you a question?
So maybe that's what you
One time
focus
I
on.
went to the
And
store.
then the second week, maybe it's main idea and detail. You're not getting rid of the first one, it's just you're adding. Now you have both, but your focus is on your main idea and detail. And maybe your third week is on comparing and contrasting. But you need your main idea and detail to be able to compare and contrast and find that evidence, right? So you still need to have those questions. So think about it on how you might incorporate that when you're planning. It's kind of a unit. You're looking at a 3-week unit and hitting maybe 3 major standards. And then as you have them write in their journals, which we talked about, you're looking for that week. Okay, in everything they do. So that's your informal assessment. Are they getting it? If not, maybe I need to work more on that child. Okay. And of course, using that key vocabulary. And I feel really strongly that even first grade should be in, and you can introduce it with the kinders, but task, article, passage, don't call it the story. Okay? And usually an article is going to be your informational, passage more on the literary, and then of course your task is everything you're having them do. Right? We're running a little bit, the other activity took a little bit of time. All right, so academic directions, you'll have this as well, so I just want you to see it. Go ahead. So instead of saying, Josue, could you please answer the question? You say, Josue, could you please respond to that prompt? So these are just some different words you can use in the place of our norm. This is replacing. So record, complete, restate, report, discuss, consider. So you'll have these again. Just be thinking about that. Go ahead. What does it look like in writing? Sorry. All right, so you want to have them responding to informational text. So again, as you're thinking about the reading passages that you select, you want to have them responding to those. So those questions, those sentence frames we talked about earlier. Make sure that they have, if you're using the compare and contrast, having that argument on that third week, make sure they use relevant evidence. We talked more about that earlier. Daily writing prompts specifically about personal experiences. So please have them journal write if you can every day with a writing prompt. And this writing prompt doesn't always have to be the informational text. That could be something, another piece of your writing in your day, but maybe it's a daily writing at the end of your day or when they first come walking in, so while you're getting some things together. And again, personal experiences. That is what the narrative is on the